man. Holy shit, I'm gonna jizz in my mouth. I'm gonna come in me now. Oh, I'm gonna come in me now.
All right, I just don't know what people are saying, bro. Like, I get it. It has a lot of hype and a lot of sales, but people, I think, once they see that, they put their crazy critical eye on this game and will nitpick every little thing about this game. I'm just gonna make this as a little quick first impression video rather than a full review. My PlayStation says I have about 21 hours in the game, 57% the way through. I don't know how accurate either of those stats are. It's, you know, it's what the PS5 says, but either way, just give a nice little honeymoon stage review, if you will. Not fully done, and just my, you know, first little thoughts. Not really too spoilery in the background. Gonna just be messing around. I just came back here to get some background B-roll, but yeah, and just talk about my overall thoughts so far of this game, and yeah, let's just get into it. Now, the first thing I really want to talk about is the skill trees and all the different little, you know, equipment, stuff like that, and just how impressed I am. I just wasn't expecting it, so it came as a big surprise to me, the depth that there is. I'm a huge fan of when I get perk points, if you will, of being able to make me do something totally new. You get your traditional stat boost that I hate. It just seems boring, you know, it doesn't really do anything, but there is a lot here of changing the way you play the game quite drastically. Very crucial skills that you'll learn that totally change how you play, and you can just feel that you are becoming a god as you gain more skills with melee and the staff stances and stuff like that. You also gain spells as you know, progress through the worlds. You gain spirits that you can use as another attack form. You get upgrades with equipment of your armor and your gourds and your staff, and it's just so much depth that I wasn't expecting. And the staff stances alone, at first, like on surface level, don't really seem that much different, or like there's that much utility between them. As you can see right now, I favorited the smash stance for the majority of the game, but as I'm learning to use the other two stances, you can see where it's just a whole nother level of skill where you can, almost like a God of War type, where you can mix and match weapon combos. You can also technically do the same thing with the staff stances and, you know, combine your, you know, staff combos into something that I think once you get really good at the game, it's just a whole different kind of play style where I feel like easily the bulk of what I've been playing, I stick to one play style, or like one staff stance, I should say, rather than, you know, flipping back and forth like I, you know, say I would in God of War, where I use the axe and then do combos, and then I can switch to my blades and do combos and continue the strings. You can technically kind of do that in this game, where you combo each heavy attack as you gain more focus, as you level up the staff stance like category. It's just, I feel like I'm still scratching the surface with what I can actually do with the different stance switching. And it definitely isn't an easy thing to do, you know, like switching between the stances and really utilizing each stance's, you know, heavy attack or like unique move, I should say, of how the smash stance is a real just big overhead slam, and then the pole stance is more of like a crowd control method, and then the thrust stance is more like just more, rather than a big heavy attack, a lot of more quick bursts and more defensive actually too, with the tactical retreat, blah blah, yeah, but either way, it's kind of wild of like not really thinking about doing it like that until very recently. You know, like I said, 20 hours in, and I think there's just actually a lot more to be done, you know, staff switching wise, rather than just using only one for a particular scenario. And it almost doesn't seem like it was by design. Like, at least it's not really, you know, explained, I don't want to say explained, but like taught to you that you should just freely switch between. It's more of, you know, use a smash stance to get a bunch of or big heavy damage in the combo, because it's more of like using the light combo to build up your focus meter to then use your focus on a heavy attack. But then as you gain more focus, it's actually easier to get your focus things to do heavy attacks more times than, you know, saving it up for one big one as you get through the game, and you can just combo them, as I've been trying to learn to do, of like using the tactical retreat, get the little combo then, and then I can hop back in with the dodge roll, continue the light combo, switch to the heavy stance or smash stance, and then end it with a big smash stance ender thing, you know, heavy attack, whatever. Yeah, it's I'm very interested to see if I can really experiment with that later as I play through the game, but as of right now, I'm pretty excited to see if that works how I'm hoping it will. Now, let's talk, like, bosses and stuff, because let's face it, you know, there's only, like, over 70 of those fucking things in this game, and so far, honestly, I have to say, they've been fantastic for the most part, no, but, literally, only one has really been a pain, and they actually nerfed him. He's on the third world. Most people would know what I'm talking about if they played the game. Not going to talk about him too much, but easily the most annoying boss I've fought so far. Other than that, most of the bosses to me have been pretty just fun to learn, pretty simple to learn also, and just, yeah, aesthetics as well. Just all of them, for the most part, are looking really dope. Really like the bosses' design on World 2, Chapter 2. The tiger homie, oh my god, everyone just looks so raw in this game, and then the fights have just been really fun and just dope. But yeah, I mean, I really, other than the one on Chapter 3 that if you've played, you know what I'm talking about, most of the other ones, I can't really think of any other ones that really annoyed me like him, or it, whatever, I don't know. But yeah, boss fights, big fan of just the aesthetics of them, and also, you know, the fights themselves and, you know, the arenas, whatever. But yeah, boss fights have been fantastic so far. That's about it. I mean, the really only negatives I can really think of right now are on PS5, performance is pretty spotty. Definitely in boss fights, you know, you do get frame drops here and there, but at least in my opinion, it's nowhere near unplayable like everyone else is saying it is, and like, it is so unbearable. Oh my god. I've had very, like, you know, consistent frames and just playing the game. Like I said, you do get frame drops during boss fights and stuff like that are consistent with that boss. But overall, at least in my opinion, it is not unplayable. I guess it's all up to you what is unplayable in your regard. Can you handle a few frame drops for a couple seconds? If not, then I guess, yeah, wait till they can actually get it to go at a smooth 60, which who knows if that's ever going to happen. Either way, to me, it's not unplayable. It feels fine to me. It's a little annoying, yeah, but not a deal breaker in my opinion. The other thing I can really think of negative-wise is there's a lot of invisible walls in this game. You want to just, because I want to explore everywhere I can be and get all the stuff I can get. There's a lot of just weird invisible walls, very minor inconvenience, you know, or negative to me, you know, or like it seems like, you know, it's just a very minor, like, oh man, I don't want, you know, some pickles on my burger, bro. Like, get them off there, you know, it is what it is. You do get that little pickle juice flavoring, you know, still on your burger, but you honestly just, you know, you get over it. It's not like it ruins the entire experience. It's very minor inconvenience. But yeah, overall, I've been loving the fuck out of this game. It's easily game of the year for me. Not like I've played much to, you know, have it be compared to, but yeah, I mean, that's about it. See you guys later.